This dog is different. She's different than a puppy mill survivor in a lot of ways. Her brain, and you can watch it when you try to touch her, her brain goes to a different place. My puppy mill survivors get scared. They're frightened. They don't want to be touched. All of those things. This dog goes into a different, her brain goes to a different place. And I've not worked with a dog who for this long, she does. She when we get into bed at night, she either curls up next to my head or she gets onto my legs and she curls into my legs. She wants to touch me. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want me to touch her, but she wants to touch me. And so she initiates contact. She loves living here. She loves her friends. This is her little plan here. So there's a lot of really good things in her life, but there's whatever her PTSD is, when you go to touch her, it is very extreme. I mean, my ex-husband has to come over to get her because I can't get her. I get intimidated. She rears up and she starts attacking me, and I get intimidated. He's very gentle with her. He isn't intimidated by her, and so he just gets her into a corner and he talks sweetly to her, and once he has her picked up and in his arms, she is calm and she cuddles into him, and then we get, her nails done and her hair done and all of those kind of things. And then we let her down, and she's really proud of herself that she did it, but she doesn't want to do it.
So let me explain as best I can one of the things about an escape route.
Okay.
In the first 2 weeks, I believe that's what we owe our dogs, is an escape route.
Okay.
After that, by allowing them the escape route, we are actually keeping them stuck. Because, and hear me out.
Okay.
That fight or flight in the wild before we domesticated dogs served them well. Yeah. Because usually their flight was real. In other words, the threat was real. When we domesticated dogs and we started to abuse them, neglect them, treat them the way that humans unfortunately have treated them, what happens is that dogs then become fearful of, it's almost like the possibility that something might happen. And so once they escape, they still believe that that's what's keeping them safe. Okay?
Okay.
By disallowing the escape route and not doing anything to threaten the dog in any way, they kind of sit there and they're like, oh, okay, I'm still here, and I'm still okay. Okay, this is good. But if we keep allowing the escape route, they just go, I do this and I'm safe. I do this and I'm safe. So I feel it keeps them stuck.
She's doing well today with that. I mean, we're doing it right now.
Yes. Yeah. So there are certain things that I did for Gracie and that I've done for a lot of my clients' dogs who we go, wait a minute. If I know in my heart that I'm not going to do anything that's going to put her in harm's way, then I feel okay doing this. She gets to just sit here and go, oh, I get it. And feed off the energy of the other dogs and kind of see what's going on. So you're okay with that?
Oh, totally.
Okay. When you go to take the other dogs for a walk, she seems like she wants to go.
Oh, she cries at the door and she jumps on it and she wants to go. And doing what you're talking about will come in time, maybe, but not fast. I mean, like, I can't imagine in the next month taking her on a walk. There's no way. There's no way. And it's my own fear of losing her. I mean, having been around dog rescue as long as I have been, dogs get lost. This is one of the most agile dogs. If you watch her play ball for a couple hours, I mean, she jumps and flips and does crazy things, and that's the same kind of thing she does when she's leashed. And I think if she got spooked when she was out there, that could happen, and I wouldn't have the confidence to pick her up because she's going to bite me, and so it could go south fast. I mean, everything can go. I have the image of all of that going south fast, and all it has to take is one thing to spook her, and then suddenly she's you know, trying to get out of the leash and, you know, jumping away from me and won't let me, you know, I mean, it really, you know.
Is there anything, and this is gonna require honesty, and I ask every
Yeah.
parent this, that you feel is contributing, that you're doing or not doing,
yeah.
that's contributing to her staying
Oh
stuck?
yeah, my lack of confidence when it comes to her, when she's biting is not helping her. I mean, it's certainly not helping her at all.
Besides that.
And my fear about her being lost. I mean, you know, I mean, I have my fears about her getting lost. But she was on the streets of Denver for months. They were trying to catch her, and I can't let that happen again. I mean, I cannot. I would die if this dog was on the streets. I would die. I have a huge backyard. It's massive. She loves it back there. She doesn't get to go back there very often. It's the big kid's backyard. That's their front yard. You know, you could do work with her in that backyard, and she'd be secure in it. And it's like a park. It's that big. I mean, it's
awesome.
big. It's big. So, you know, in a secure area in the beginning until I had some confidence and saw how she responded.
Fair enough.
That's, yeah. I mean, she's my baby.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So just ignore her for a second.
Okay.
I just need to be able to observe something with her body language.
And now you got what is this? That's right, thank you.
Your turn.
Hey, do. Yes.
He doesn't take food from people. Oh, he might take it for a little bit. He typically doesn't. Oh, look at that. He doesn't usually take food from other people. That's nice. He had food trauma when he came here, so he wouldn't eat and all sorts of stuff. He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah. Hey, don't be so pushy, babe. There you go. Yeah. I know. My goodness.
I feel like I'm looking at,
I know.
you're just awesome. Stay with me right there.
Yep.
So what I need is, I want you to, even if you have to, close your eyes, and I want you to envision something for me. I want you to, because that way you don't even have to look at it. But I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to envision her happy and playing, joyful, and know and trust that there is nothing I am going to do to cause her harm. My job here is to help her be joyful.
I know.
Okay? Okay.
I get it.
So,
I just don't like to see her get scared. That's all.
is it better if you close your eyes?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good. This is awesome. Good. So I used to tell my pet parents to have the reactive dogs, the really reactive dogs that have bitten before, like
Mhm.
my serious bite cases.
Mhm.
I'd say, I know you go there before she does. And they go, I know. So I go,
Mhm.
here's what I need you to do. Before your brain goes, oh shit, right? I go, I want you to say out loud something. Good girl, good girl. And it changes your energy.
Yep.
Because when you go dark, she'll go dark.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Good girl, Dutch. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, baby. Hi, Chicken. Hi, Chicken. Hi, Chicken. Hi, Chicken. Good girl, Dutch.
That's a good
You're
girl.
doing good, baby.
Good
You're
girl.
a good girl. She just saw that escape route. That was funny. She was like, oh, good Dutch. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. You almost touched me. Hi, Dutch. Good girl.
Okay, we're just gonna sit here for a
Good
second.
girl. Good girl, Duchess. Good girl.
I'm just gonna wait. Good lip lick. That was good. So I want to see her self-soothe. That's a good thing.
Hi,
Dutch. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl. Good girl.
Excellent. Yes.
Yes.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, okay, did you just see that? Did you catch it?
No, I didn't see it.
What was I looking for? Her mouth just
Basically,
opened.
yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Was that a way of
Yes.
relaxing?
Yes. When her
Okay.
mouth opens, that's saying, I'm now relaxed. So when I'm pushing a dog to their comfort, right? I know a dog is uncomfortable. I'm maybe introducing them to something that makes them nervous or desensitizing them to whatever.
Yep.
My job, because I understand body language so well, is the second her mouth opens, she is now worked through whatever it is, and I can take that next step. When the mouth closes, she tenses. Okay?
Okay.
This is awesome.
Okay, good.
Okay. Doesn't mean that she's like joyful,
No.
but
Good girl, Dutch. Good girl, Dutchie. Oh, Duchess. Good girl, Duchess.
okay, we're just gonna sit here for 1 second. I want her to put her paw down and open her mouth.
Her friends are gonna come around. Makes her more comfortable.
There we go. Mouth open. Now paw down.
Good girl, Dutch. Good girl. Good girl, baby. Good girl.
Good.
Good girl.
Okay. Stop. That's the only thing that has kept me from the emergency room for 30 years is knowing their body language
Yep.
tells me what I need to know to stay safe. Every part of her body tells me where she's at emotionally.
Okay.
And if you're working with someone who doesn't understand that, they're missing out on about 80% of the most important part of her. And so by watching her paw and understanding when the paw lift comes up and understanding her mouth open, close, knowing her calming signals is all an important part of allowing her the ability to work through it. And then as I move closer, have you ever worked with horses?
No.
Okay, so they work with the release of pressure.
Okay.
It's kind of what I'm doing with her, is I allow her that moment to calm down, and then when she says she's ready, I will take it another step further.
Okay. Hey, baby. Good girl.
Good, that's
girl.
awesome, right there.
Good girl. You
Really
sit
good.
down. That was good.
Really good.
That was good. Yeah. And she's sitting by her mom because she feels safe.
Hello.
Even if she acts like she doesn't feel safe with me, she knows that she's safe here.
You are so cute. Yeah, I love your tongue. You remind me of Gracie.
She's adorable.
Yes, you do, and so do you. Thank you for the kisses. Yes, thank you for the kisses. Oh my goodness, yes.
These two
Good.
came in together. But these four are besties. And I thought it was interesting how fast she assimilated with 3 puppy mill survivors. And I wasn't sure if it was just because they were here or because she, had identified, I don't know if she's a puppy mill survivor. I don't know where she came from. So
I will
don't
say
know.
that anytime a dog has a history of human abuse or neglect, it's not the dogs that have harmed her, it's humans. And so all dogs from that background love to be around other dogs.
Yeah,
That's where
each
they
other.
feel secure.
Yep.
Did you see what she just did?
No.
Came over and smelled it.
Did she?
Mhm.
She likes the oils, for sure.
You see that?
Yeah. She licked it.
Yeah.
She hates it when I reach my hand out to her, and I don't know.
See that? When she leans her head forward, that is ginormous. Watch this.
Good girl.
Do you know how big that is?
Girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Look at that. Each time. Boom, boom, boom.
Early on when she was here, for the first, and even in the last, I would say 6 months, there's been moments where in bed she lets me pet her for 5 minutes before she freaks out and then runs away. But it has only happened 4 or 5 times total since I've owned her. since she's been here. I don't think I own her. I think she owns me.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah.
I know, I see that lip going up.
Oh, look at you, little one.
Good girl. I know. Not shaking near as much.
Nope. And she's not whale-eyed,
No.
which is really good. Because when she's whale-eyed, it makes me want to cry. I mean, you're just like, oh, honey.
That's a good girl.
So, do you think I should do this kind of stuff with her every day? Okay.
Yeah, in fact, what I do is, I did allow Gracie to come to me, but then when you approach her, are you absolutely not looking at her? Are you approaching from the side and kind of doing everything that I'm doing?
But honestly, even more than my own confidence in getting her is, I am miserable putting her into a corner and watching her turn into a different dog. It makes me nuts. So I just have to get over it.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, princess.
Good girl. That's a good girl. I know. That's a good girl.
Oh, just a little bit. So I am gonna give her a little bit of an escape route. I don't want to bite you.
No, I don't want to give her an escape route.
You don't?
No, I do not.
Hey, you're okay, Dutch. Good girl. Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl, Duchess. Good girl, Duchess. Good girl.
You see that?
Rollback loves noises.
I know. What you doing, JJ? What you doing, JJ? Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing.
So she recovers very fast.
She does recover
Yeah, that's a good
really,
thing, too.
really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, like the minute you set her down after you've groomed her, she has her tail wagging. I mean, her tail is wagging and she wants to go play with her ball. And her ball, I don't know what it is for her, but it's definitely her outlet, you know? So,
Okay, so the yard back there is too big for now, unless we were to put her on a harness.
right.
So, what do you have a slip lead?
Oh yeah, I have a ton of
A
them.
baby one, like a little one.
I have a right over here.
That's gonna be one of my last tips that I want to.
So, you want one, Dutch? Go get one.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Giving you my best stuff, man. You ever read the book The Power of Now?
No.
It is the only book that I read in my entire career that, and I've read tons of books, but this one is the one that I think closely helped me in an intimate way the most with dogs for one reason. What is the one thing we know about dogs that they are at all times?
I don't know.
They are right here in this
They are.
present
That's
moment.
true. That's
Okay, so where are most humans at all times?
true. In the future
Or,
and in the past.
right, so they've actually helped me learn how to stay present.
Yeah.
Because, so, the best way we help them is by not bringing their past forward and by not getting ahead of ourselves, and let's just join them where we are today. So if you didn't know anything about her at all and today you met her for the first time, you would just be here.
It's true.
Okay, so I want you to try when your brain goes there
Uh-huh.
to go, no, she's great, she's wonderful.
She's happy.
Yes. Second, you have a negative thought. I want you to replace it with, she is strong, she is resilient,
She is.
and she is going to heal.
Okay.
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 I hate that. That's the only thing I don't like about these. Nope.
Oh, I've gotten better. I've gotten much better than you,
Yeah.
sweet love.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
That was definitely her learning strike, you know? This is what
That's
she
okay.
does.
You can tell the leash. You can. You can say, stop it right now. I know. Yes. I know. You are good though, girl. Because it is what has kept you around. Yes. Yes. I know. You tell the leash. You say no.
You're okay, baby. You're okay.
Getting her off is a little bit of a trick, but I usually just loosen it up and let her run out of it.
Okay.
Good girl.
So,
Good girl.
let's go.
Good girl.
Can we go into the back? Okay, so what I want you to do, without saying a word, come with me. Okay. I want you to take the leash, and I want you to try really hard to just, if she goes to the end of it, fine, but then just stop. And if you, the minute you feel the slightest release of tension, move forward. Okay? Now, that's good. Good. If she keeps going, you keep going. Good. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Yes, keep moving forward. Good. Keep going. So I want you to remember, this is your job right now, is you are what you're doing. And if you don't trust in what you're doing, I don't trust in what you're doing. So keep moving forward and keep your eyes on the road. You can feel where she is. Keep going. Yes. Yes. Nicely done. Beautiful. Girl, you could have done that better. Okay, good job. Nice job. Okay.
That's never happened before.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Okay. So this is the part where this is my favorite part. So when you have a dog that's in fear, you can allow her to get to the end of the leash. But remember when I said if you join her, she thinks there's something to fear. You're there to tell her without verbally telling her through your body that this is okay. Not through your words, but through your body. So that's why when you were confident and kept moving forward, she felt secure in following you. There. Now, I want you to do something. Follow that path. Don't look at her once. You feel where she is. You know where she is. If you feel tension, you can stop. Just stop for a second. Just stop. Wait. And then just go like this. This way. Yes. Yes, keep going. Keep moving forward. Keep looking at the road and move forward. You got it, girl. Keep going. Yes. Yes. Yay!
Woohoo! Yippee!
Woo! You did it!
Even Norman's excited.
I have goosebumps. Okay, now remember, you're leading her. Come on, baby. Good. Yes. Go back over there to the patio. Look at her tail. Look at her tail.
Norman.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good girl. Yes. Jen, you did it.
Woohoo!
You did it. I'm very proud of you. Oh my God, I'm very proud of her. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of her. She's never done this before. Okay. Excellent.
So proud of herself.
She is.
She really is. Look
Yeah.
at her.
When I saw that tail go up, I was like, we just busted her out of that rut. She was stuck. Now, if you want to try one more, you go
Let's go this way. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go this way. Let's go this way.
Look at her run!
Look at her play.
Look at her go! You are amazing, girl.
Yes.
Woohoo!
experienced a part of life I didn't know. Wow, this is cool. And I'm alive.
You did it.
So that's what I mean when I say pushing dogs just gently past their comfort zone.
Yep.
If we can get her on the other side each time, now we can make progress.
He just walked up and she licked him in the face.
Okay, good. Look at that.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Okay, we're gonna end on a high. Do you remember ever seeing the movie Poseidon Adventure?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Do you remember the part after the boat turned over? There was that really good guy, and then there was that asshole guy.
Yep, I do.
And the asshole guy was trying
seen
to
it like
lead
10
them one
times.
way,
Yep.
and the good guy. Now, who was the calmest?
I don't remember.
The good guy.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. I don't
The
remember
bad
now.
guy was like, "No, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is the way
Yeah.
out," and
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Yeah.
So, I use that analogy because what I want to say is, for Duchess to ever feel confident in moving past her being stuck, she has got to believe that you have the most confidence in yourself first, in her second, in what's going on in your life. Because if you don't, energetically, she knows
Yeah.
it 100%.
Yep.
So the more that you can think of her as moving past, as opposed to seeing her staying stuck, you are going to help move
Okay.
her forward.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want her to move forward so badly because she gets excited when she moves forward.
Oh my God, she's just like, I just did something. It's like teaching a kid who's afraid of water, and the first time they actually jump to their mom or dad. Remember that feeling?
Yep.
They're like, I did it! And then they can do the next step, and the next step.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good job.
Good girl. She never comes when I call her.
This is great.
So
This is what I mean is,
Right.
because when you go, and I hate to use the word dark, but when you get fearful for her,
Yeah.
she
No, I
thinks
get sad for
she
her.
doesn't understand that you're sad and the reasons behind it, because
Right.
dogs don't generalize.
Right.
All she knows is, if mom is not a competent leader, how am I
Right.
supposed to trust in her?
Right.
That's where I was trying to get you to go,
Yep.
and you allowed me to do that.
Yep.
Look at her sitting there.
She is,
She
yeah.
could go anywhere.
Hi, Dutch. Good girl.
I'm so proud of you, Jan.
Oh, I'm so
This
proud
was
of
a
her.
big
I
deal.
am
I'm
too.
proud of her too.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, and she's happy. Her mouth is open.
Yep.
This is
she's
beautiful.
sitting with her friends. Her body language is
Oh,
good.
she's
kissing
almost
her
a normal
friends.
dog.
Yeah, she's almost acting normal.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Good, 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 good.
Yep.
Just need to see. Yeah, good job. Yes, you just need to see them.
Good girl. Good girl, Duchess. You're so good and smart. Holy moly, Duchess. What a good girl.
Oh,
Good job, Duchess.
Look at that smile.
Good job. You did it with a stick.
I
You did it with a stick.
What the? What a
That was
smile.
awesome. That was awesome, baby girl.
Good
And the
girl,
more that
Dutch.
you can diffuse chamomile around her,
Okay.
24/7 if you can.
Okay.
This is great.
Never wanted to come back here. That's amazing.
So I want you to also think about when you get your chamomile.
Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. You went down the path. Good girl. Let's do it. Yeah. Good girl.
She likes her path.
She likes her dad. Good girl. Good girl.
She comes.
Never. That has never happened before.
Good job, Duchess. Good job.
They just need to know they can do
I'm
it.
so proud of you, Duchess. I'm so proud
And
of you.
each time she does something she's never done before, watch her start to make headway faster than you've ever seen. It's my favorite part of my
Oh
job.
my god.
Never gets old.
I can't even tell you how good I feel right now. Like, that's the best $250 I've ever spent.
Woohoo! Yay! Look at her. She's like,
I know, she's like, let's go again, Mom.
What are we gonna do
this
now?
whole new world has been open to me.
Good girl, Dutch. Good girl.
You know what she did? You didn't see it. She ran up to the dog back there. He's really mean to the little dogs and he tries to bite him. So she ran up to his cage and went, and then she ran away.
Oh,
Oh my
she's become
gosh.
a little confident little booger.
That was really funny.
You think you're all that in a bag of chips now?
She's so cute.
Yay!
You just made my day, Duchess. You just made my day.
Yeah, this is wild.
This was awesome. Do you
Let
know?
me find your toy.
2 years. 2 years.
Happy birthday or happy gotcha day, baby girl.
Holy cow. Good job, Dutch.
Happy gotcha
Good job, Dutch. Good job, Duchess. Get your ball. Get your ball.
She goes, what about? She goes, I have a whole life now. I don't need
She's
the
like,
ball."
I got other stuff to do. I don't have to play the ball all
Yeah,
night.
I'm proud of myself.
I
I'm
think
gonna
she's a little
stretch.
exhausted too.
Probably.
Well, it's hard work for
Oh
them.
yeah. Well, and we played ball all morning, so then we did this. She's probably like gonna go.
Happy anniversary, baby girl.
You
and you
did
know,
so
Deb, she
good.
keeps watching you
You're
like,
such a good girl.
what else can we try?
Good girl.
Well, and that's why I always want to end on a high.
Oh my God, that was such a high. She ran into the backyard on her own.
That was a big deal.
Oh my God. Oh,
Okay.
you guys just made my